That was some spicy food, huh, Pop?
Yeah, the food was good, but I need the restroom right now.
Me too. Pop, I almost had you.
It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Now I have to go.
Hey guys, you're watching the Drive-Thru movie review. This is where we review and discuss the movie we just saw in my van. Today I'm here with
Austin, John,
and I'm Joe, and we just got out of Fate of the Furious. This is the 8th installment into the series that started back in 2001. It stars Vin Diesel, The Rock.
Dwayne Johnson, Chris Bridges, Luda, as his friends call him.
We got
Haven't mentioned
Tyrese.
any of the ladies so far.
Michelle Rodriguez is in this.
Charlize Theron, the
Who's
transporter.
it? Oh yeah, Jason Statham, Kurt Russell.
Scott Eastwood.
Is he related to Clint?
Yeah, he's his son.
We have 2 Game of Thrones actors.
His character name is Tormund Giantsbane.
The translator for Khaleesi. She came from the 7th movie.
I think her name is Missandei.
We have the whole group back together.
Or do we?
We see Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel, turns on his family. It's a recurring theme in every one of these fast movies for him to mention that they're family. In this movie, they refer to it quite a bit. There's a lot of reference to past movies, but especially that theme of family. What do you guys think of the movie?
I thought the message was good. Family's the most important. Loyalty and bonds. It's critical, and it's not just your actual family. It's your friends too. Very important message. It's true. And new friends are made. I'll just say that. I don't think it gives anything away. New friends are made. The family expands.
You know, I've seen the movies since the beginning. I personally thought it was the worst one. I don't want to, rain on anybody's parade, but I just didn't think they didn't hold up very well.
Now, I have not seen any of the other films. What separated this and made it less compelling as a furious movie? I've been fast before, but never this furious.
I mean, okay, this is going to sound really almost dumb in a sense. I thought the plot sucked. Well, that's weird saying that because if you've seen any of the other movies, I mean, the plot has been somewhat paper thin. I just thought, like, the whole motivation behind the movie, I'm not going to give it away, but I just wasn't buying into it.
With all the movies, there's nothing too complex about the plot. The story is very straightforward. We did start out with a racing scene just to remind everyone that this comes from the Fast and Furious franchise.
I did like that. I liked it because it was very, like, kind of a throwback
Very classic.
to the original.
So I have a question for you guys. Jason Statham's character, is it a continuation of the Transporter series? Is this two worlds merging? Is this Spider-Man meeting Iron Man?
It looks like it, but no,
I think it's a missed opportunity myself.
with all these studios creating huge worlds, that's something they should probably look into.
When I saw that, I thought he's probably not the Transporter, but I'm going to pretend he's the Transporter because I want that to be true, and so it helped.
That actually wouldn't have been a bad idea. Like, oh, hey, here's the if you're gonna go back into the other movies, here's the Transporter's brother.
A lot of cheesiness with the lines, but I liked it. Like, whenever Vin Diesel had a good amount of lines to work with, I was laughing, especially when The Rock was talking. Just something about that guy just brings a smile to my face.
The Rock Transporter relationship is really makes the movie worth watching.
They developed that pretty well, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I wish we got a little more of it.
I really like Tyrese. You can lose Chris Bridges. Not needed. He's just there to anger Tyrese, which is okay because it makes Tyrese more interesting, but Tyrese is enough.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I don't really buy that he is this ultimate hacker. If you ever watch Too Fast, Too Furious, he's introduced as this kind of like mechanic garage owner. I don't remember being the tech part of his personality being that prominent in Too Fast, Too Furious. So, but now we've reached a point where I guess he's like ultimate hacker status. He just doesn't look the part, and they keep calling him a nerd, and I'm like, oh, Ludacris a nerd? I don't really like see it. I like the Tyrese, Roman Pierce character, and I think he played off of Brian, aka Paul Walker, very well. And that relationship started in Too Fast, Too Furious, and then when the unexpected death of Paul Walker, they kind of had to filled that role with Ludacris, and it doesn't really live up to what it used to be.
I am amazed at how many situations require fast driving.
Yes.
Go into a building and they're like neutralized.
That's why they brought in The Rock and Jason Statham, because you kind of got like that wrestler element, which I really liked in the last movie when he did like that move, the rock bottom. I didn't know what it was called back then, but I thought it was cool that they kind of did a move with the camera that it makes it flip as you see the guy fall.
In every single Rock movie, there's like something in there where he has total creative, control. There's a scene in here where I feel like, I think this is The Rock's idea. I'm pretty sure the director didn't come up with this. This is totally The Rock. Just
Rock
like
signature.
Just like if you watch Moana, I feel like his character was doing the people's eyebrow quite a bit. In each one of his movies, you'll see his signature something. An eyebrow, a rock bottom, something.
This is the second or third movie with The Rock in the series?
The fourth.
Okay, now, the trailer presents the film as The Rock and Vin Diesel not friends. Vin Diesel rams his car into the much larger car that The Rock is driving. Of course, Rock, being a bigger man, needs a much larger car. But it paints them as antagonists. But when you see the film, or when you see The Rock and Vin Diesel in virtually any situation, who's liking Vin Diesel more than The Rock? Why would you ever be more into Vin Diesel? What's the appeal of Diesel over Rock?
I think where this comes from is that whole family theme. He's the head of the household. So they've built that up over the movies. He's the one who knows what's right. He knows how everything should run. And there's a lot of nice cars that they used in there. How much did they put into that? How many of those were actually destroyed? There's a scene that shows us maybe the future isn't so great unless you have a Tesla. They use quite a bit of cars in there, and
Tesla not featured.
it's scary to think, whoa, unless I have a Tesla, I don't think I'm safe.
I just wonder certain situations, like, when were they filling up? Did they fill up before they left? How many? They don't all have the same tanks, so someone's running out of gas. That's never an issue. Seems to be an issue. And there's certain situations where you don't all need separate cars. It just might be more convenient if you're gonna emerge from the vehicle and enter into a fight. Sometimes you want to have more than just you in the car.
Masande, she doesn't drive.
She's always a
car.
passenger.
Always a passenger.
I did like seeing the fight scenes with The Rock and Jason Statham. That was a lot of fun to watch. It also made me think, did this just turn into a superhero movie? The Rock had superhuman strength. There's just some things that you're not supposed to be doing in real life.
You know what amazes me, Joe, is that such a large man has such a tender heart.
Probably the softest of the group.
For sure.
I did like the action scene, so I'll agree with you there. Like, I did feel like the movie slowed down in some parts.
It was a long movie, and not one fill up.
What would you guys rate this movie?
If good is a full tank. It's maybe a quarter tank. You can
Quarter
get
tank.
home. You're gonna get home. You're gonna make it to a station.
I'll give it like a half tank.
Half tank.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen, but there are things. If you're a fan of the series, yeah, you gotta see it.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the series and what it's evolved to, it started out like Point Break in the underground street racing scene. Then it became a heist movie. Now they're saving the world.
It's come a long way from stealing
It's-
DVD players.
I would say it's a half tank myself. Very entertaining movie. It didn't blow me away. It's a total summer popcorn flick. If you're not invested in the series, you're not missing out too much. So that's our review. Just let me know what you guys think. Make sure to subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching.